seconds, just to what? Now I think it is available. Can you see it, Wael?
Yes,
Wael, yeah, start reading.
yes, doctor. Yes.
Start reading, please.
Okay. 10 short, quick step brought him to the other side of the room. There was a sound of breaking glass.
Yeah.
In a moment, he jumped out of the window and was halfway across the garden before anyone could stop him.
Okay.
He was he was a huge and terrifying man, such he made me feel terrified. I screamed it out loudly and moved quickly toward the phone to call police. And this time, my brother came quickly, and we started running behind him. Luckily, we had switched off the lamp. In the darkness, he seemed lost. To protect myself,
Yeah.
I picked up a pillow and headed toward him. I hid myself behind the bushes, while on
Mm.
the other side, my brother moved to lock the gate.
Yeah.
When I became near from him, he felt me, so he jumped up to the wall. He tried to climb it, but he couldn't.
Yeah.
To moment, he changed his direction to my brother's side and tried to kill him. I hurried to help. My brother stabbed his leg with a knife that was with him. He fell down, and we caught him. We tied him with a rope, and then we took him inside the house. We waited for the police to come. At that time, police arrived and arrested him. At the same time, they took us to investigate about the matter. After 3 hours, they decided to keep my brother at the prison for a while and allowed to me for leaving.
Okay, thanks a lot. Now tell me, Wael, which introductory paragraph you chose? Or-
10, I think 10.
So it is 10. Yeah. Well, uh, when we consider 10, 10 short, quick steps brought him to the other side of the room. There was a sound of breaking glass. In a moment, he had jumped out of a window and was halfway across the garden before anyone could stop him. Now, what did you understand from this introductory
There was
paragraph? What did
there
you
was a
understand from
thief.
this?
I think there was a thief at the house, and
Uh-huh.
he want to leave or to escape from them.
That's very fine. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I developed the introduction
Very good. Very good. Very good.
as what happened.
You see now, once you understand the introductory paragraph, you can develop it, I mean, clearly. And I mean, with this, I may say that you have good development. And I believe that there is a good division for let me say, the essay that you made. We have, I mean, here you have, by the way, you have the, let me say, the third paragraph. Okay, the third paragraph. By the way, this paragraph should be what? Should be divided. Why? The third paragraph, because the third paragraph should contain the conclusion. You remember? I believe, why? You
Yes.
remember that we have a division: introduction, body, conclusion. And with conclusion, we have certain lines just to finish with. And with this, let me tell you that here you can, for example,
All right.
you can, yeah, you can shift these last two lines after 3 hours. just to make it as a separate paragraph here, and with this it will be okay. But let me ask you, when you have a shift from the second paragraph to the third, okay, because you decided just to have another paragraph, why? Well, in which base you have the transition? You know the transition now. You move from paragraph 2 to paragraph 3. What differs? What makes you go to another paragraph? Tell me.
Because this part, I think it is
Yes.
done, or it is finished. I
You see
should
now. You see
move
now.
to
Let
the
me
one.
let me make things. I mean, clear to you. You finish with what? My brother came quickly, and we started running behind him.
Yes.
Then you shifted to another paragraph. Luckily, we had switched off the lamps, okay, in the dark. Here, the shift between paragraph 2 and paragraph 3, depending on what?
Start a new event.
Aha, very good. That's it. This is the idea. So you see now, when you learn how to do things, things will be correct. Why? Because when we say there is a shift from one paragraph to another, what does it mean? It means that there is an event which is different from what is mentioned earlier. But this shift doesn't mean that we have something different. Still, we are talking about the same story, but
The
we have
sequence of
another
events.
development. Yeah, the same story. You see now, I believe that things will be very clear when you have a plan in your mind, and when you are going to decide a plot. And by the way, you have to consider that with narrative essay, things will be simple. You know why? Because you have sequence of events. This will help you.
Yes, you are
And with narrative, you see, this is the
story.
simplest. Why to begin with narrative essay? Because this is the simplest type. The sequence of events will help you to have a shift from one paragraph to another. And some students, by the way, understand something which is, I mean, different from what is to be expected. That is, they have an
Victor, I
idea
have a
that
question,
the
please,
much you
in this.
write, it will be the much you write, the better will be the essay. No, it depends. We said that the essay will be at least in 3 paragraphs, but it doesn't mean to make it too long to say that this is an essay. No, this is not the idea. The idea is the story will lead you. The story will lead you how many paragraphs that you are going to have. So with this, my point to you is just what? To have the conclusion of the essay and to be separated from the previous paragraph.
Yes, excuse me.
Yes.
I wanted to separate that, but I didn't يعني Sean Merchant يعني sure, very sure about that.
And now,
I become sure.
that's it.
I have another question, please.
Yeah, tell me.
Excuse me. What do you think about the end of this essay? It is يعني شلون نقول هاي أحس يعني أكو there's يعني شلون نقول أكو نقص.
While we don't
Yes.
have this way just to say no. I'm telling you that you are responsible for the story. I'm not responsible, because you see now you are the creator, and that's why you see now what I need you all, not you personally, why? Just to be sure that you are responsible. I'm not responsible for that.
Yes, I know, but I want
responsibility
to
is
ask
for
you
you.
as a reader,
As
the
a
reader tomorrow.
reader, I said it's okay, because you see now, if you remember the sample that I have when I have the, let me say, the lecture with you.
Yes,
if you remember, before having the assignment, you remember the sample which is found in the book about the
yes.
stranger on the bridge. You remember?
Yes. Yes,
If
I
you consider the end is not the end of the story, because still we didn't know when he called for the police. Did the police come or what or what? So here you have to know that you have to limit the story to the idea that you are going to discuss. In the sample, if you
exactly.
remember, the title was A Stranger on the Bridge. And that's why the story ended when the thief entered the house, if you remember, and the narrator went to call the police. But what happened then? What we are going to, of course, the story is cut, but it is to be sufficient with the idea limited into this is that's all, but it depends on you, because it depends on the idea that you are going to have. This is what I mean.
Oh, thank you. It's clear,
Clear?
clear. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Now Bara,
Okay.
Yes,
Bara.
doctor. Yes.
Okay, let me check.
Doctor,
Yeah.
Excuse me, doctor.
I am participant. Can I leave the lesson?
You participated. By the way,
Yeah,
by the way,
earlier.
when I say it is additional lecture, it doesn't mean it's only for participation. If you want just to keep listening, it's okay. And if you want just to leave, it's up to you. I'm not going to tell you to stay till the end of the lecture. This is additional lecture, and it is optional. It is optional. If you want just to leave, you may do it. You may do it. You may do it.
Yes.
It's okay. Yes. Who else? Who else? Who else?
Yes, doctor.
Excuse me, doctor. I participate in the previous lecture.
Yeah.
Should I previous in this
If
lecture?
you want, we said that the priority is for those who did not participate. So we are going to start with Bara, and if others are not participating at all, they will be on a queue. You know, in the queue, they are going to be after Bara. So we need only students who never participate, never participated. This is the idea. Anyway, Bara.
Yes, doctor.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Let me check your own.
Okay.
Yeah. Bara, Riyad, Zuhair, Kazim. Start reading, Bara.
ماشي. I shall
There is no mashi, Bara. There is no mashi. It's okay. You say it's okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Anyway.
I shall never forget the first time I tried to ride a bicycle. It was a very big one. I remember far too big for me, but I wanted to learn very much and nothing could stop me. I welded it up to the top of a hill and with the help of a friend got on. In a short time I was moving slowly down the hill with my hands on the brakes. When I got to the middle of the hill, it looked like the bike started sliding and I can't control it. It started دكتور أنا هنا غلطانة بداية. I started
You see? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
And crying, and my friend was crying with me too. I didn't feel anything else except I woke up. I found myself lying in a hospital. I was terrified. And then I remembered that I was forget to tell my parents that I am going to learn to ride a bike and to fulfill or achieve my only dream for that period of my life. I was in a pain a lot, and I was looked for my parents, and I didn't find anyone but my friend's father, who was with me when I passed out. I
Mhm.
know that I had broken my ankle and had some wounds. And I don't care about this. What I really
Yeah.
care about and what I think is my parents' anger when they know what happened to me. For a short time, my parents arrived. My mother hugged me and cried, and my father kissed me. I felt some comfort despite the pain I was in. My friend and his father left the room, wishing me a recovery. My father
Yeah.
thanked him for his help. We
Yeah.
spent a full night in the hospital and left the next day. I took some
Mhm.
time. I took some time to get better. Then my father bought me a new bike, and this was my gift for my 10th birthday. Then he taught me to drive it really well. Until I was good at driving, I was very blessed. It was my first time that came true. I'm finished.
Let me tell you first, Bara. You see, through your reading, you discovered a mistake, right?
Okay.
When you read your own assignment, you personally discovered that you
Mhm.
made a mistake, right?
Okay.
Yes. What does this mean? It means that once you are going to write, okay, read
Yeah.
it more than one time.
دكتور والله
You
يعني
finish
قرأتها
writing,
أكثر
yeah,
من
you
مرة
finish.
بس بس انتبهت.
Sorry. Yeah, you see now. So
Yeah.
what does this mean? It means for the coming. I'm telling you, for the coming assignments, read it more than one time. It's not only for you, Bara. You have to have
Okay.
this idea for all students. The idea is
Okay.
just to what? Be writer and a reader at the same time. You see
Okay.
now? Because you see now, for example, uh, consider that this assignment will be an exam. The mistake will make you lose marks. And I believe that you need just to have a good mark, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So with this, you have to know that more and more checking will reduce. You know the word reduce. You know reduce. You know the word reduce. REDUCE.
تقليل yeah.
No, I want her to say. Bara, what I need you just to what? To consider
Yes.
that when you read, you are going to discover mistakes. This is one. Second,
Okay.
if you check your essay, it is one block. You know one block? Where are the paragraphs? Where is this? Where is the introductory paragraph? Where is the body? Where is the? It is all together. Okay, it's all
Mm.
together. Yeah. Where is the division? You have to consider that. With division,
Yeah.
I can understand more. And with this, I wouldn't like just to say that what you did is totally wrong. No, but here, once you have a plan, everything will be okay. And
Yeah.
even with modification, things will be easier for you to modify. Rather than just to have it on one block. If it is one block, how can I consider how many sentences that I have, how many words that I have, how many, you see now? And it is difficult for you to discover mistakes. But divide it into paragraph
Yes.
and say. So if I say the body, where is the body? Where is the body? Where is the body? Where is the conclusion? And even the introductory paragraph, it is within these things because you see now it ends with what? You remember here when you say things that are related to what is found in the book, and with the conclusion that you made. By the way, you shifted to another event, and which is not related to what is found. Of course, you kept saying something about the accident which is made when you rode for the first time a bicycle. But here, what is found at the end is irrelevant. It is not related. Then my father bought me. This is we didn't like all these things. My father bought me, and no, we are limited to the event. That is the first time that you rode a bicycle and what happened, and that's it.
Yes.
Clear or not? Just tell me. This is the idea. Thanks a lot, Bara. Thanks a lot.
Thanks
Yes,
for
Doctor, can I participate?
Well,
السلام
let me
عليكم
check.
دكتور.
محمد. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله. One by
دكتور
one, please.
مساك
One
ولا
by.
مرة؟
Yeah. One by one. I want just to listen
تمام.
to those in both. You see, Fatma. I have two links. I want just to check here and there, and let me check. You see, we have Tabarak Haidar Rais, okay,
Yes.
and we have Muhammad Hamid, and we have Fatma Hamid. First of all, when I say Muhammad, I believe that you participated in the one of the lectures in relation to paragraph writing. So let us give other
Not
chances
essay.
for those who never participated. Clear or not, just tell me.
Doctor,
So if you,
don't
yeah,
participate with this
I know some students.
lecture.
No, you see. By the way, I have a good memory. If you don't know, I have a
Yes,
good memory. I can
noticed
remember
that.
everything in
Yes,
every
you remember
lecture
me.
with every student. You see now.
Yes,
So
that's right.
when I say that you participated, it means that you participated, and you come back to the previous lectures just to check.
Yes, Doctor,
if- I
just,
know what
sorry.
you mean. I know if you want just to check, why not just write me on the class, or even as a private comment to check these things, and then to write all these things on the class. Okay, if you want just to check your assignment, and this is not only for you, for other students who participated earlier, but they want just to check their own responses. So let us begin with. Yeah. Tell me.
بس
هذا
أنا
رياض.
ما شاركت
Okay. Let us make it this way. Now just listen. We
So, Doctor,
we have a queue. You know a queue? You know a queue or not? Just tell me. We have Tabarak Haidar Rais. Then we have Fatma Hamid Hadi. And then we have Hala Riyad Sahib. Okay, one by
so
one.
Doctor, can I leave this meeting?
Sorry, Muhammad, you want just to leave the meeting?
If you don't
Okay,
participate.
it's up to you. By the way, leaving the meeting here is optional, but for Sunday's lecture, it is obligatory, just to be from the beginning till the end, because for the coming lecture, we have something new, that is descriptive essay. We want just to explain this. So you have to keep, being in the lecture from the beginning to with Sunday lecture. This is obligatory, and this is with the timetable. With optional and additional lecture, you are free. Okay, so let us start with the Tabarak Haidar. Tabarak.
Doctor, please, I have a question.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Before. Okay, let us listen to the question. Fatima Zahra, you have something.
Yes, the paragraph.
By the way,
on.
By the way, I believe that Fatma has so many fruitful questions. Normally, Fatma is asking me, maybe, for things that are very important. Yes, please, Fatma.
Thank you, sir.
No, it's okay.
The paragraph on the book.
Yeah. What's wrong with it?
Yes. يعني العدد مال الكلمات محسوب ويا مالتي الكتابة لو واحدة يعني.
Yeah. It will be included since it is a part of it. Yeah.
لأنه لأنه المقالة اللي يعني تنكتب بها خطرت كلمات شوية فبعدين.
No. We said that we have from 350 to 500.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
It's okay.
دكتور
Yes.
دكتور الباراجراف اللي موجود بالكتاب أقدر ما أخلي أول باراجراف وبعدين أخلي ثاني واحد أو ثالث؟
No, 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 no. No, it is not. It is not possible. You know why, Yasamin? Yasamin,
Wow.
because this paragraph is introductory. I said it from the beginning. It is introductory. It is decided already. That is introductory. That's it.
Okay.
You
شكرا.
don't understand me.
Yes,
It's okay.
thank you.
Tabarak Haidar. Tabarak
Yes.
Haidar. Yes. Now let us check your own assignments. تبارك حيدر رئيس خضير. Start reading, please.
Bicycle riding, I shall never forget the first time I tried to ride a bicycle. It was very big.
What is it? What is it, Tabarak? Riding what?
I remember part two a bit for me. But
No, no,
I
before
wanted
that,
to
before
do that.
Tabarak. Read it from the beginning. Read it from the beginning. I shall never.
I shall never forget the first time I tried to.
I tried, not tired. Do you know the difference between tired and tried, or not?
Yes.
That's it. Tired is something different from tried. So you have to pronounce it correctly. Yes. Tried.
Tried to ride a bicycle.
Not by Tabarak, please. Not bicycle. Bicycle is Arabic. Bicycle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bicycle. It
Yeah.
was very big one. I remember part two a bit for me, but I wanted to learn very much, and nothing could stop me. I wheeled it up to the top of a hill, and with the help of a friend, got on. In short time, I was moving slowly down the hill with my hands on the brakes. My brother Sam had a bicycle. Beautiful ride. Every day in the evening, he would go to his friends to play with them. They had a race. I loved the bicycle very much, but I didn't want bicycle because my father tells me that I am young. One day I took my brother Sam a red bicycle when my family at the party, and I didn't say to anyone. I went with my to teach me how to drive a bicycle, but it was too big. I couldn't drive it well. My friend Ahmed told me that the bicycle was too big for you to ride, but I insisted that I drive it. When I rode it, fell to the ground and broke my hand. In addition to that, my foot was in I come from when
my foot was what? Tabarak? My foot was what? What is it? Injured. 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 Yeah. Yeah, I came.
When my family arrived, my mother looked at him and at me and was surprised that I didn't tell them. They took me to the hospital, and about my father and brother reprimanded me.
What does this mean? Okay, Tabarak. What does this word mean?
What for me?
This is I wouldn't like the meaning in Arabic. I need the meaning in English.
You called me.
Punish me.
Yes.
So why to use this difficult word? You have to have something which is what having the same meaning, but with what with things that are not difficult for you. because you even cannot pronounce it correctly. And you don't know the way that it is used. You have to know that the word has a context. It's not only just to have the word and that's it. Go ahead, go ahead. Yes.
When I got out of the hospital, my brother bought me a very nice bicycle. When my health improved, my friend come to the house to check me on me, and we agreed to go to the hell. I went with my friends, and agreed to go to the hell with my friend.
Yes.
And with help of my friend Ahmed, I imaged.
What is it? Managed. Tabarak. Managed. Yes.
I managed to ride a bicycle when I went to the hell and drove there. I was walking slowly so as not to fall on the ground. I shouldn't have stolen my brother's bicycle because it was a bad luck, and now I am very glad I own a bicycle.
Okay. Well, Tabarak, you have to know that you didn't limit your essay to one idea. You have different ideas. You have to understand that this topic that you chose, okay, is related to a limited event. That is the first time that you rode a bicycle and what happened at that day only. Not in other days and other occasions and other events and other you see. All these things are unrelated. Did you understand me or not? Just tell me.
Yes.
These are unrelated. The idea is not just to fill a paper with so many things. No, you have to keep the plot. You know the word the plot or not? Just plot. Plot. You know plot? P-L-O-T.
Excuse me.
Tabarak.
Yes.
Do you know the meaning of plot? P-L-O-T.
Yes.
What does this mean? So you say yes, you have to tell me. What does this mean? So what does it mean? It means that you have to keep the event itself, not to go here and there. Yes, this is one. Second, again and again, try to use simple words, the words that you know. Do not go to the dictionary and take words just to fill your essay. Do you know that this is wrong? Do you know this or not? Just tell me, Tabarak. When you take a word from a dictionary, you don't know the context. It is not the word just to be used individually. You have to know that the word should be put in a correct context. You know the word or not? Just tell me. C-O-N-T-E-X-T. Context. What does it mean? What does it mean? No. Context is the meaning of the total sentence. Okay, it is not by the use of one word. In Arabic, we call it as-siyaq.
Yes.
So you have to choose the word which is to be put correctly in the sentence. That is to come together with the meaning of the total sentence. Anyway, these points should be considered. And once again, I'm saying thank you for your participation. Thanks a lot, Tabarak. Thanks a lot.
دكتور عفوا.
Yes. Yeah. One by one, please. One by one.
دكتور بدي أشارك.
دكتور أنا أبد ما مشاركة.
Yeah. We have a queue. We finish with Tabarak. We have Fatma Hamid, then Hala Riyad, and who's talking just now?
Me.
Maryam Ahmed. Yeah, one by one. Maryam Ahmed. And then who's talking?
Doctor, please.
Shahad Wahid.
Yes,
Shahad Wahid. Then Narjis Hamza.
دكتور
Narjis Hamza. Inas Ra'ad.
دكتور أنهم دكتور
Yeah. Please. Still, we have other lectures, by the way. Our time is limited to 4:30. Shall we cover all these names? I don't know. If we finish with them, we have Fatma Hamid, Hala Riyad, Maryam Ahmed, Shahad Wahid, Narjis Hamza, Inas Ra'ad. Okay, yeah. For sure. Just listen, please. For sure. I want you just to close your mic and listen to me all, please. Of course, I'm going to give each student a chance. But let me arrange this one by one. I cannot have all students in one lecture. Still, we have different lectures, and I'm ready to have additional lectures in different times. Remember that we have on Sunday a lecture. You have a chance. And we are not going to have a new assignment, by the way. The same assignment, narrative essay for Sunday. If you don't have a chance now, you have a chance on Sunday. But believe me, it's not me, it's the time. And is it possible just to have a free time, 10 hours or 6 hours or what? Just tell me to cover. No, of course, it will be divided into lectures. Clear to everybody? So let us finish with those names, and then we are going to have other names. So we have Fatma Hamid. You have to know your role. Fatma Hamid, and then Hala Riyad, and then Maryam Ahmed, and then Shahad Wahid, and then Narjis Hamza, and then Inas Ra'ad. Once we finish with them, we are going to choose another student. Clear? Now, Fatma Hamid.
نعم دكتور.
Yes,
نعم.
okay, let us begin with you now. Fatma Hamid. Fatma Hamid Hadi Jabbar.
نعم.
Start reading. Start reading.
Yes, doctor. Beginning or not?
Yeah. Start reading. I said start reading. Yes, from the beginning. Yeah.
I shall never forget the first time I tried to ride a bicycle. It was very big on. I remember far too big for me, but I wanted to learn very much, and nothing could stop me. I walled it up to the top of a hill, and with the help of a friend got on. In a short time I was moving slowly down the hill with me hands on the brakes. I used to love to ride a bike a lot, but I was very worried about it. Whenever it came to ride, I rated from it and looked at my friends as they were enjoying the ride. One day, I decided to learn
On day or one day? On day or one day?
One day. I decided to learn to ride a bike, but I did not own a bike. So I decided to learn on my big brother's bike.
Fatma.
No,
it's not bike. Bike.
Yeah. No. But I did not know how to drive in it. So I thought of asking for help from one of my friends to teach me about it. The next day, I found my friends Ahmed at school, and I talked with him about how to calm on the bag on and drive in it, and that my friend was very happy because he now in my great concerns about reading a bag and a grade to teach to me to read a bag and graded. After leaving school, we go to learn on my brother's a bag. After I left school, I went home and without hesitation, I brought my brother's bag and went quickly to my friend and headed to the hill to teach me how to drive.
Okay, if I
Allowed
say, Fatma, if
نعم.
I say and headed to the hill, what does this mean?
يعني
And went quickly to my friend. I had and headed to the hill. What does this mean?
دكتور يعني teaching the friend teaching ride a bag.
No. I'm asking about the meaning of headed. To the
Headed.
hill. What does this mean? Can you give me the synonym? You know the synonym? You know synonym?
Yes, doctor.
Similar meaning of headed in English. Headed to the hill. What does this mean?
دكتور يعني يترقد يعني يعلمني هيك شيء يعني.
No. This is not the meaning, Fatma. Headed not does this mean? Here. I went and headed to the hill. It means that I moved towards. This is the meaning.
headed for يعني headed for توجه
No. My friend and headed to the hill. What does it mean? Moved towards the hill.
دكتور أعتقد غلط يعني شوية غلطانة.
No, you didn't. You know what is the problem? You don't know the meaning of the words that you use.
Yes.
Yeah, you say yes. Yeah. Is it possible just to have words that I use and I don't know? Is it possible? Is it possible to use a word that I don't know?
No, doctor.
So, anyway, go ahead. So,
Yes,
go ahead. Go ahead. I rode the bike slowly.
I rode the bike slowly, and with the help of my friends, I moved slowly. And after trying to ride on the bike, I learned to ride on the bike with the help of my friend.
Okay, my friend.
Finish, doctor.
You see, Fatma, did you listen to my points to Tabarak Haidar? Did you listen
Yes.
to the points that I said? It is the same point. You are not limiting your essay to one event. You are saying different events, and they are here. When we say this, it means that the essay is not centralized on one idea. You have to have something which is limited. You see, now you mentioned something about what? Different things that are happening in different days. You say the next day. No, you have to limit your event to one day. What happened at that time, and that's it. Your point now. This is one. Second, you have to know the words that you use. If I ask you now, you see now why I ask you to read, because you are responsible for your essay. unless you see now others, unless you have let me say the full mastery of the language that you use in your essay, you cannot respond me. This is the idea. Otherwise, it will not be considered to be written by you. If I ask you now, did you write this essay? You may say yes. So you are responsible for that. So you are responsible for everything, for every word, for every sentence, for every paragraph, for every grammatical points that are found, everything. And with this, when we talk about essay writing, we talk about form and content. Form and content. Form is the structure. Content is the idea. Clear? So you have two things to consider, Fatma. First, you didn't limit your essay to one event. Second, you don't know the meaning of words that you use, and this is impossible. You have to be responsible for it. Thanks a lot, Fatma. Thanks a lot. هلا رياض. هلا رياض.
دكتور هلا انطفت عندها الكهرباء.
Okay, we move to مريم أحمد.
اي اني.
دكتور
مريم
ممكن
أحمد.
سؤال؟
مريم أحمد.
دكتور
Yes, tell me.
دكتور
Yes.
يعني بس اللي ما مشارك
A
أبد
question only. A question only.
مشارك
Because
اليوم؟ اي
Sorry?
دكتور يعني بس اللي ما مشارك أبد يشارك اليوم؟ لا.
not only today, for all lecture, for the all coming lectures, still we have different lectures, maybe 6 or 7, and
Yes,
I'm ready to give. You see now. So here, let me finish with the names that I chose earlier, and then if we have a chance just to finish with others, it's okay. By the way, our lecture is about. We have only 1 hour. Can we finish with those students? It's okay. We have others to add.
Okay.
If we are not able, we have Sunday. On Sunday, we have a lecture. Here?
Yes, doctor, yes.
Here or
Thank
not,
you.
just tell me.
Yes, doctor.
Yeah. Yes, Maryam Ahmed. Maryam Ahmed.
Yes.
Maryam Ahmed. Yeah. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Let us see. Maryam Ahmed Hamza Jassim. Yeah. Go ahead, Maryam.
Okay. The man who was front in the train was pretending to read a newspaper. Every time you look at it, it was seen from the top of the paper. I have never prepared that. I am a strange man's expression that made me fear. In the end, I could not deal with the most of that. The corridor come and wandered a few steps if he was back of the bathroom, and I asked me the place of the bathroom. I told him to the seat and read the book. In the meantime, Granny drowns. Then I was awakened the guard of the man, and he is going to say to tell me that we have come to the destination. I was at the train, which was lost, and I found it. Minister that he had returned to the train and did not find it in the man because it was the only one who was sitting in front of his hand during the scenes of man and my physicals as he found the purpose I had happened while I have died and to the hotel. In the end of the governments of the manifestation is to
What
look
does
at
it mean, Maryam?
Yes.
Manifestation. What does this mean? Manifestation.
I don't know.
Really, Maryam? Is it
Yes.
possible? Is it possible to use a word that you don't know? Just tell me. Is it possible? By the way, I want you just to consider, not you only, Maryam, for all students. This is, I believe that this is the first time that you wrote something. Didn't you study composition in the first year? Didn't you study composition in the second year? What did you do at that time? Are these points that are raised were to be considered earlier or not? Just tell me. Mariam, if I ask you personally,
Yes.
how did you pass when you have the first year and second year when you have composition writing? It's the same thing, by the way. Can you tell me?
ما أعرف يعني هو كلش إن حفظه.
You memorize? Is it memorization? You memorize? That's something astonishing. What to memorize? You memorize composition? I don't know. Anyway, again, you see, I have the same mistake by many students using words that they don't know. And with this, we have to stick to the points that were said earlier. Use your simple language, the language that you know, the vocabulary that you know. And now, when I ask you, Mariam,
Yes.
where is the body and where is the conclusion? We need 3 parts: introductory paragraph, body, conclusion. Where is the body and where is the conclusion? And where is the introductory paragraph? Here we have 2 parts, right?
Yes.
And we need just to have what? 3 parts. There is something missing, or there is something included. You know, included? It comes with the other part. What do you think? Mariam? Mariam? Is there something wrong, Mariam? Is there something wrong? Anyway, you see, I believe that this is the time that we have, let me say, facilities just like electricity, and nowadays electricity is fine. Well, anyway, we are going to shift to another student according to the table that we made. Yeah. Shahad Wahid. Shahad.
Yes, doctor.
Yeah. Okay. Ready? Ready?
Yes, doctor. Ready.
Okay. Let us check your own. Let's say. شهد وحيد إثياثل.
Yes, doctor.
Left. Yeah.
Yes, doctor.
Start reading.
The man opposite me in the train was pretending to read a newspaper. Every time I looked up, I found that he was looking at me over the top of the paper. I pretend not to notice, but the man's strange expression made me feel nervous. In the end, I could not bear it any longer, so I got up and went to the corridor. The man in front of me on the train was pretending to read the news of his newspaper, and I was sitting at the waiting station drinking coffee. And every time I looked at it, I found that the man was looking at me from above the newspaper. Those are meant by his appearance. I tried to ignore the situation and start reading my favorite book. Then, after that, the stranger cases increased and it made me feel nervous. And I couldn't ignore the situation, so I got up in front of him and waited to sit down. The bench was behind him, and he got up and sat in front of me again and continued his triangles. So I made sure that was something wrong. I couldn't stand more, and I got up toward him, so he felt tense. So I asked him directly, "Why are you looking at me so much? Do you know me from somewhere?" He cried and told me that I looked like his sister, who died 2 months ago in a traffic accident in which he lost his family. And one of his sisters was my age and had the same facial feature as me, which made me remember her and wanted to look at something. It made me very sad, and I felt something broken in my heart about the condition of the man and his family. And while we were talking, it was the time for my trip. So I received the man and charged him with his sadness and went to the train.
Okay. Now, when we check again your essay, we are going to consider that what you made is only 2 paragraphs. If we consider that the first paragraph, which is taken from the book.
Yes.
Okay. So what is the conclusion?
دكتور يعني صاير شلون بالكتابة خطأ بس يعني بالمعنى مقسم.
You have to see now.
Conclusion
of course, Shahad. When you write, you have to know how to write in the proper way. I mean, the mechanism. You know the mechanism. That is, when you start a new paragraph, okay, you leave a space. You leave a space, and then you go down, okay, and then you are going to have another paragraph. This is the way. This is. I mean, when you print, you know the word print, okay. When you print, leave a space and then move down, and then you are going to write the other paragraph. And when we talk about this, I'm talking about the design. You know the design of writing. The way that you write, it's one block. You know one block. That is, it is not divided into paragraphs, and that's why we are not having a clear division. Where is the introduction? Where is the body? And with this, we want just to know the way that you shift. Now, can you tell me from which line we begin the conclusion? Which line?
From which?
Which made him? Which made him? Here, no, you cannot. You cannot begin with the relative pronoun. You have to have a sentence which has let me say, or you may have some sort of shifting. Then, if we say that this is the way that I begin the conclusion, can you tell me in which page you have the shift from body to the conclusion? Why to have this shift? In other words, shift, transition from one paragraph to another.
Can you repeat the question? I don't understand.
Yeah. Of course, you said that I have body and I have conclusion.
Yes,
Body is a
doctor.
paragraph, and the conclusion is another paragraph. Can you tell me how can you shift from body to conclusion? The way that you shift, what happens to make you shift? And in this sentence, okay, why not just to have another sentence to shift from? This is my question. Did you understand
This
it or not, Justin?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
My conclusion is يعني another development in the action and change in the
The action or
situation of
the event, you mean? The event, not yeah.
the event. Yes.
The event, yeah. Yeah.
Yes. First,
Where
so
is
that
the new development? Where is it?
start from start
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
can you send? I don't know. I don't saw the picture, so I want to PDF.
Okay. No. If you want just to make it, I mean, you need just to have it this way. Now, is it clear for you? Because I can maximize it. You see now, is that okay for you? I can
My
make it bigger.
conclusion.
If
My
you want just to make
conclusion.
it bigger, is that okay for you? Can you see now?
I open my PDF in front of me.
Anyway,
my
and if you feel that the sentences are not clear, I can, I mean, maximize the let me say the size of the screen, if you want.
Doctor, my conclusion start from I couldn't so when I got up toward him. From I get up toward him.
Okay, let us see. From what? From what?
And I get up towards him.
Yeah.
Got up towards him, so he felt tense.
I got towards him, so he felt tense. So I asked him directly, "Why are you looking at me so
much?"
And with this, is it possible to have a shift? And before the shift, we have and. You know, and is what? A coordinator to join what is the previous to what is next. So this is wrong if you say that this is the way that you shift to conclusion from this sentence. Okay, what do we have before I got? We have and will join. What do we have before? Right?
Yes.
So how can you shift?
I should do like space.
You see now? You have to know how to use conjunction. Conjunctions means that we join what is before and what is after. So how can you cut this and you say that this is another paragraph? And that's why I'm asking about the shift. When you want just to move from one paragraph to another, you have to move it in the way that you see we have another sentence with another construction.
Yes, doctor, I understand. It was is a mistake.
Well, believe me, what I'm saying, you see, not for you, Shahad, for all students. I'm not going to say that these are wrong, but these are modification and correction. Of course, no one perfect, never. This is my job. It's just to show you these things. So for all students, not only for you. I wouldn't say that these are not acceptable. They are zero. They are nothing. No. Never. I want you just to understand this, and not only you, others.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks a lot, Shahad. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Now we move to Narjis Hamza. Narjis Hamza. Sorry?
فصل النت عندي.
Okay, but I mentioned some points that that are related to your essay, and you may listen to them. By the way, you know, Mariam, this lecture is recorded, and if you lost something, you can listen once again to the lecture, and you can discover the points that I mentioned.
Okay.
Okay. Now Nargis Hamza. Nargis Hamza.
Yes, Victor.
Yes, please. Now, Nargis Hamza. Nargis Hamza Ubaid, right?
Yes, Victor.
Yeah. Start reading. Journey to the Gulf. Yes.
Journey to the Gulf. Just as we tried to overtake the bus, a huge 5-ton lorry. Excuse me, Victor.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
Just as we tried to overtake the bus, a huge 5-ton lorry suddenly turned out of a side street cutting in front of us. We were obliged to crawl along slowly at 20 miles an hour as we gazed at the back of the lorry. We wondered whether we would ever be able to get to the harbor in time. While my business partner and I wanted to go on a trip to the Gulf, throughout the port, we decided to borrow a bus to go to the port. Then, when my partner and I were late to get to that bus, it was negligence of the two of us because we should have come much faster. We landed in a big truck weighing 5 tons, and it came running near us on the side street of the street in which we are standing. I told my partner that we should go to the port as soon as possible because our journey was about to start. When we saw this big truck, we had to go with it to our station. So we went and stopped the truck and asked for it from its owner to accompany us to the port because we are in a hurry. While we were in the truck, given the size of the big truck, while weight 5 tons, we were stuck at the back of the truck and wondering if we should be able to reach the port in time. Then the owner of the truck told us to speed up a little because the trip will take off if we do not arrive before the required time, and then we will be late and miss the trip and our work got in vain. But praise be to God, we arrived at the port at the right time, thanks to God and the owner of the truck. Then we thanked the owner of the truck for delivering it to us in timely manner, and we went to the port and from there to the Gulf.
Okay. I suppose that you chose number 4, right?
Yes, Victor.
I mean the paragraph number 4 in the book, right?
Yes, I think.
Nargis.
Yes, Victor.
Yeah. Not you think that is you are, yeah. Anyway, you entitled your essay "Journey to the Gulf." Journey to the Gulf, right?
Yes, Victor.
Okay. Why did you choose this title? Why did you choose this title?
Because when I write about the paragraph who I chose it, يعني الدكتور من اختارت انه هاي القطعه اللي اخذها اكتب عنها، ما خطرت ببالي انه رحله، لان انه انا راح اختار شاحنه او باص اروح بيه او راح اتاخر، والمقصود انه هو مكان ميناء، فاختاريت رحله الى خليج.
You have to know that when you choose a title, this title should carry the idea of the topic. If somebody is going to read this title, the idea will be different because you are going to talk about the journey. It's not what happened to you when you are in a truck.
Yes, Victor.
You see now? So there is a difference between the title and the story. So try your best. If I give you, you see now, if I give you a paragraph, do not write a title. Or to write a title suitable to the essay, or let me say to the idea of the essay. So what I want you just to consider that writing a title is a responsibility. You know the word responsibility? You have to know that the title will carry the story itself. Now, if I read this title, the story will be different.
Yes, Victor.
You see now?
Sorry,
so, try to avoid titles. Try to avoid titles if you are not able to. If you are not able to. And that's why you see I accept so many essays in which we don't have title. I didn't ask students to write a title since I believe the title would be difficult for students to consider because they cannot limit the story or the idea in the title. And that's why I'm telling you. Clear or not just tell me?
Yes, Victor. Clear? Yes, Victor. Victor,
anyway.
About,
yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm telling you. This is point number one. Other things, you see, here, if we talk about the transition again, my point is, how can you move from one paragraph to another according to what? Now you have the first paragraph and then you move to another paragraph. Why? What makes you move to another paragraph? How are sorry? Nargis.
Yes, Victor. Yes, Victor.
How did you move from one paragraph to another? I'm going to tell you, Nargis. I'm going to tell you.
Yes, Victor.
The way that you move depends on the sequence of events. Once you finish with the event, you go to the other.
Yes,
this is the way.
Yes.
Clear? So if I ask you, you answer me this way. According to the sequence of events in relation to the story.
Excuse me.
Tell me. Tell me. Well, my voice is not clear. I mean, your voice is not clear. Nargis, try to be close. Nargis, try to be close to the mic, because your voice is too far. It's not the first time, by the way.
Sorry, Victor.
Yeah. Anyway. Here, another question in relation to your essay. Okay. You have here different things that are mentioned. Okay. Now you said the owner of the truck. Okay. And then you said something about the speed. Okay. And then you move to okay. Is that the problem with the truck, with the owner of the truck? You mean the owner of the truck, the driver himself, the driver?
Yes, yes, Doctor. Yes.
You say the driver, not the owner. The owner is something different. I mean, the one. It is not necessarily to have the owner of the truck who drives the truck. Clear or not? Just tell me, Nargis.
Yes, yes,
When
yes,
I say the
Doctor.
owner, means that I have the truck, but I'm not driving the truck. So you have to say the driver of the truck.
Yes, I understand you, Doctor.
Sorry? You
Yes, 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 Doctor. أفهمك.
Yeah, anyway, so you have to consider that. And then, so what happened then? Is that because of the way of driving, that is the speed, and the way that you are going to have an accident, or what? Say because the trip will take off if we do not arrive before the required time. And by the way, you see now, what I saw is some sort of jumping, jumping from the present to past. I'm talking about the tenses, you know the word tenses.
Yes,
when we talk about tenses here, then past and present, past and present. Okay, well, if you have never a narrative essay, you have to stick to one tense, and that is the past.
دكتور يعني لازم بالماضي نكتبها كليتها.
Yeah, because it happened and that's it.
Yes, دكتور.
It happened. And say if you want just to say something about let me say a condition, okay, you say the trip would, not will, would, W-O-U-L-D. The trip would take off if we, this is.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. But here, these are the points that I have for your own. You ask me what is my opinion, and I'm saying these things. Okay.
Yes, Victor.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Nargis. Inas Raad.
Yes, Victor.
Yeah,
yes,
Inas. Inas Raad.
Yes.
إيناس رائد حسن عليون.
Yes, Doctor.
Yes. Start reading.
Previous knowledge. The man opposite me in the train was pretending to read a newspaper. Every time I looked up, I found that he was looking at me over the top of the paper. I pretended not to notice, but the man's strange expression made me feel nervous.
What is it, Inas? It is strange expression.
Strange expression.
Yeah.
Made me feel nervous. In the end, I couldn't bear it any longer. So I got up and went into the corridor. I was worried. Corridor.
Yeah.
I was worried about something that was bothering me. It was my failure in my studios. So I decided to travel to Erbil to forget what suffer. So I woke up in the morning, prepared my bag and my needs, and went to the situation train to get a ticket for a seat for me on the train. And after that, I went up and sat on the seat next to the window to watch the street. We passes by during the walk. When I looked up in in front of me. I saw a man looked up me, so I felt nervous. So I got up and entered the crater to avoid keeping him away from me. But he remained determined to bridge my whatever I went, and when we arrived at the intended place, he asked me to hear him. He told me that he knew me as he mentioned the name of my family member, and I know that he was from one of the family. As acquaintance, and after that we continued the way together.
Yes, Inas.
And after that we continued the way together to the place where we live, and after I put my luggage to my residence, I took a rest. So I went out the next day to the picnic spot, and on my way I went to a famous restaurant in Erbil, and after I had a meal food, as it was delicious and indescribable. When I left the restaurant, I was surprised.
Inas, you have a word indescribable. What does this mean? It was delicious and indescribable. What does it mean? You mean indescribable? Indescribable, you mean? Inas? Inas? Inas, are you with me? Inas? Well. أبابيل.
أستاذ خليه يشارك، ما مشاركة أنا أبي.
Okay, let us see Ababil if she's available, and then you are going to be after her.
Yes.
Inas Ra'ad, are you with me or not? Just tell me. Inas Ra'ad. I believe that she is not. She's off now. I believe that she's not. She is raising her hand or something. Yes. Share something? Yeah. Anyway, let us see Ababil. Ababil Karim. Ababil.
Yes, doctor.
Okay. Let us. Okay, Ababil. Let us finish with Inas, and then you are going to be the next. Okay. Inas, I waited you for a long time, but you didn't tell me. Anyway, I asked you about a word that is indescribable, right or wrong? Just tell me. Yes, but once you have this sentence, I asked you, but you didn't answer me. I'm going to repeat my question. There is a sentence in which, as it was here, if you check here, as it was delicious and, yes. What does this word mean after and? Yes.
As it was delicious and indescribable when I.
What does this mean? Okay, no, wait. This word, what does this mean?
I don't.
You don't know? Inas.
Yes.
I believe that you listen to other students who did the same thing. They use words that they don't know. They use the word that they don't know, and this is wrong. You have to consider that for the coming assignments. Go ahead now. Go ahead. Let me finish with you. Yes.
When I left the restaurant, I was surprised by a girl smiling at me from a distance, and after I approached her, I remembered that she had a friend in my childhood days, which is Noor. We talked about many things, so I know that she was married in Erbil to one of her relatives.
Relatives, not relief. Relatives.
Relative.
Do you know? Okay, Inas. Do you know the difference between relief and relative?
Yes.
What is the difference? What is relief? What is relief and what is relative?
Relative يعني أقاربها.
Relative. That is relative. That is relative. Okay. Yes. Relief.
Yes.
What does it mean? Relief.
relieve يعني معناها يتعلق. وهذه
No, 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 no.
أقارب.
Relieve. You know relieve? R-E-L-E-A-V-E. Relieve.
يعني
Relieve means get rest. Inas. Relieve. R-E-L. Write it down. Write it down if you have a paper. R-E-L-E-A-V-E. Relieve means get rest. To have rest. You know rest. When I say rest time, you want just to, if you feel tired, you have to have rest. Relieve. Here, when you go to pharmacy, you know pharmacy? Pharmacy, you know pharmacy or no? Just tell me.
No.
Pharmacy. Okay, if you are sick and you want just to have medicine, you know medicine, drug. Okay, if you are coming from a doctor and you are going to the pharmacy in Arabic صيدلية.
Yes.
Okay, you are going to say I need something for pain relief. Pain relief, to make to have rest from pain, and you are going to have medicine. That is relief, and this is relative. Relative means that my uncle, my father, my sister, these are relative. Okay.
دكتور
Yeah, tell me.
بس أنا جيت المفروض أشارك قبل شوي بس انطفت الكهرباء وهسه رجعت أشارك
You
هسه.
are what? You are Hala, sorry. Hala
نعم
Riyad?
نعم.
Okay. Let me finish with Inas and then Ababil and then we are going to back to you.
أوكي تمام. طيب أنا هم قلت لي وراء أبابيل.
Well, if we have time, we are going to do it. But do you think that we are going to finish within 15 minutes? Or you need
Yes.
just to be endless? I'm telling, still we have another lecture on Sunday, the same assignment. So if
يعني
we,
الأحد أستاذ
yeah,
بمحاضرتين.
why not?
أوكي شكرا.
Yeah, why not?
شو تنتهي المحاضرة يعني؟ شو تنتهي المحاضرة؟
15 minutes later. 15 minutes, only 15 minutes. And we are going to finish.
يعني بس للطلاب راح يقرون أكيد يعني.
And then, what do you need? I mean, what is the reason behind your question?
صار مو يعني إحنا الكهرباء مو زين يعني إذا.
If you want just to leave, it's okay. You see, if you want just to leave for the additional lecture, it is okay. But for the obligatory lecture, that is on Sunday, no. You have to stick from the beginning, to have to stay from the beginning till the end of the lecture. That is on Sunday only, because this is an obligatory lecture, and you have to be from the beginning till the end. But with the additional lecture, as I said, you are free. If you want just to leave, you can leave. Clear or not? Just tell me. Anyway, Inas, again, she is not available. Ababil.
Yes, Dr. Audio.
Yes.
The man opposite me in the train was pretending to read a newspaper. Every time I looked up, I found that he was looking at me over the top of the paper.
Who's reading now? Who's reading?
Ababi Karinjaba.
Okay. Let me show the students your own. Sorry.
دكتور أنا ما خلصت
But I said your name different times, but you didn't. You didn't answer me. What do you think? Well, okay. Let me finish with you totally. Inas. Let me give me your mistakes, even if you didn't finish. But you see, what is clear to me is the following. First of all, you are talking about different things, and I believe that you chose something about the restaurant. That is the, let me say, paragraph number 3, or not. Just tell me which paragraph that you chose, Inas. Yes,
Doctor.
What?
Yes, Doctor.
Yeah. Yes. I need you just to answer me, because if you didn't answer, it means that you are not with me. Tell me which topic you chose from the 10. Number what? Inas.
Yes, Doctor.
Which number that you chose for your number?
Number 1.
Number 1. That is Mr. Somas woke up with the start, was surprised to find gallery. That is number 1. Or you mean number 2? About the train? Tell me, Inas. Inas, is it number 1 or number 2, please?
Number 1.
That is about Mr. Somas, okay? Is that the paragraph that you chose?
Number 1, I sorry.
Yeah, I know, but what I see is something different, because this is not number 1. This is number 2. No. You have to know. Inas, do you have the book? Do you have the book or not? Just the book. You have to know the numbers. Yeah. If you have the book, you have to know that this is number 2, not number 1. This is 1. Second, if you are talking about the train, if you are not talking about the train, here what you have in the let me say in the development is something different. Okay, if I ask you, Inas, do we have a train to Erbil? Because you are talking to Erbil. Do you have a train? Yeah. Do we have here in Iraq a train to Erbil, to go to Erbil by train?
No.
So how can you have these things? You may say to Basra it will be okay. You have to make something real. You have to make something real in us. Do you understand the point or not? Just tell me. This is one. And we have another, you see, and that's why we have some sort of difference between the introduction and the body. You are talking about something different and unreal. And then again, the same point, you have words that you don't know. Okay, these are my points. Anyway, thanks a lot, Inas. Thanks a lot. Inas, thanks a lot for your participation. Ababil.
Yes.
Again, yeah, Ababil. Again, you are having the same problem with the let me say with the examination. The same thing. You send me different are your own essay. Okay. I believe that this will not be helpful for students to follow. You see now, if we want just to go through your own essay, it will be let me say difficult for students just to follow. Did you understand me, Ababil, or not? Just tell me.
Yes, yes, doctor, yes.
So what I need
What
you
should I
just
do?
what I need you, Ababil, to arrange another to write your essay on PDF or Word. PDF or Word, not images. Okay. So we are going to listen to you on Sunday. The same essay, but in another file, not images. You see now? Can you see the screen? It is impossible just to follow you. It is impossible to follow you this way. Okay. So we are going to end the lecture with you, and Ababil, I send you an email. Check your email. Check your email. I send you an email about the exam.
Yes.
You send it once again. You send it once again. Once again. You send it once again.
لا بس أول مرة أرسلته، ثاني مرة على تعليق خاص.
Resend it because no. You have to resend it in. You have to resend it through the Gmail.
Okay.
Send it as a message to my Gmail. Okay. Okay. Thanks a lot, my students, for this lecture, and we are going to meet one another on Sunday at 11:30. Thanks a lot for every student.